right all the way to downtown San Jose. The next traffic update at 10:18 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Sunny, beautiful day. A few lingering clouds along the coast. 60s and 70s along the coast. 70s, 80s around the bay. To the high 80s and low 90s inland. Mostly clear overnight. Lows in the upper 50s tomorrow, much like today. Sunny and warm again. The morning clouds burn back to just along the coast and inland into the low 90s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
If anyone in your home relies on power for medical equipment or has a medical condition with specific heating or cooling needs, you may qualify for PG&E's Medical Baseline Program, helping you pay less for the energy you need. Call 1-800-743-5000 for assistance applying.
Today we're talking about things that make us uncomfortable, like the middle seat on an airplane, or asking your boss for a raise, or having a real conversation about ED, impotence, or low testosterone. You don't have to be embarrassed. At Prime Male Medical, they've helped thousands of men in the Bay Area, and they can help you too. But don't take my word for it. Here's Dr. Robert Rowley from Prime Male Medical.
We have virtually every medication known to man to help men. We specialize in treatments for ED, low T, and we have a 99% success rate. We offer a variety of treatments, including high-dose sublingual lozenges, ultrasound-based shockwave therapy, and injectable therapy. Most impotence problems can be treated in just one visit.
Get your first visit, PSA and testosterone test, Doppler ultrasound, and a full year of follow-up visits for just $99. Learn more at PrimeMaleMedical.com or call 415-761-4037. That's 415-761-4037.
So yes, it was after midnight and the glue on your kid's mission project refused to dry. But once everything was finished, you realized the smooth white and terracotta make this piece of history beautiful. CertaPro Painters has good news. Your home paint project doesn't have to come with the frustration and panic of your child's 4th grade project. Skip the stress and still end with a look you love. To get your painting project started, go to CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. License information available at CertaPro.com.
Kirby is your driveway mechanic. They bring the shop to you with brake and tire replacements, oil changes, and much more. It's the ultimate convenience. Easy booking, transparent pricing, on-time arrival, and service right in your driveway. No waiting rooms, and direct access to your mechanic with friendly and reliable service. No middleman or upsell. We're so sure you'll love the convenience. Take $50 off your first oil change with code OIL50 at Kirby.com. That's CURBEE.com and use code OIL50. Kirby, your driveway mechanic.
Running out of hot water? Might be time for a new water heater. Visit waterheatersonly.com and get 0% deferred interest up to 24 months. Quick service, friendly local technicians. Visit waterheatersonly.com. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply. KCBS News Time 10:11. Not unlike most shopping areas in the Bay Area, San Francisco's Ferry Building market suffered during the pandemic. Recently, 2 popular businesses closed their doors. KCBS's Jeffrey Schaub reports the famous Ferry Building is now making a comeback.
On a sunny Thursday afternoon, people gathered around a street-side musician playing songs for tips. Inside, a crowd of visitors perused the historic building's old and new shops and restaurants. One of them is Ben Schick from St. Petersburg, Florida. What do you think about this building?
Love this building. Always have. We always come down here. Little restaurants, the oysters, the seafood, the cool little stuff.
The Ferry Building, with its towering interior, is doing better these days, despite having lost 2 mainstays recently, Cowgirl Creamery and now Golden Gate Meat Company. Now, Hoko Kelly is a shop owner.
Right now, 50 or to 60% of the...
50 to 60% of the business is back, you think?
Yes.
1 year ago, a business owner tells me things were so quiet, you could fly a B-52 through here and not hit anybody. Isabella Garvovis works at a hummus vendor.
There's a lot of tourists in this area. Around Saturday, there's just like crowds of people coming in.
The Ferry Building, afloat once again. In San Francisco, Jeffrey Schaub, KCBS.
KCBS News Time 10:13. Trey Lance challenging the Niners defense. Joe has sports in 2 minutes.
Who's feeling pretty good about the car they drive right now? Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
I love my Honda CR-V.
I'd recommend a Honda to anybody.
Pricing? I mean, for what you get, it's amazing.
According to J.D. Power, Honda's the #1 brand for residual value. New Hondas are arriving daily. See your NorCal Honda dealer today.
based on J.D. Power US ALG 36-month residual value forecast for 2022 mainstream models. For J.D. Power 2022 award info, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Visit NorCalHondaDealers.com.
Your home is a one-of-a-kind piece of art, a palette of design elements reflecting your personal aesthetic and functional needs. For over 20 years, All Natural Stone's exclusive collection of luxury tile, exotic and specialty natural stone, and masterfully engineered porcelain has been transforming homes into pieces of livable art. Visit one of All Natural Stone's 4 Bay Area showrooms in Berkeley, Dublin, Burlingame, San Jose, or at allnaturalstone.com and find your inspiration. You can dine in art, entertain in art, bathe in art, lounge in art, relax in art. You can live in art.
Did you know that thread count is a myth? Think about it. It doesn't matter how many threads your sheets have if they're not the best quality threads. I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch, and we know that the softest sheets are made with the highest thread quality, not the highest thread count. We've started to source and make our sheets from scratch. Our farmers grow the finest 100% organic cotton on earth. Our weavers are the best in the industry and only use the longest staple threads. This all means our sheets are free from toxins, have superior softness, and get softer with every single wash. They're so luxurious they're beloved by 3 U.S. presidents. To top it off, we have a 30-night risk-free trial, plus free shipping and return. Our sheets are made different so you can sleep better at night. Get 15% off your first set of sheets when you use promo code DEAL at bollandbranch.com. See site for details. That's BOLLAND branch.com. Promo code DEAL.
Coming up on KCBS, I'm Megan Wolfie in Oakland.
I was aiming for it, but I
Curling at a beautiful new volunteer-run center that's the largest of its kind anywhere around. KCBS News Time 10:15. Joe Hughes has sports.
The 49ers will kick off their preseason schedule tonight, hosting the Green Bay Packers. And quarterback Trey Lance expected to get at least some run as he prepares for his first full season as the team's starter. During Niners training camp, the defense has been very complimentary of the second-year quarterback, including safety Talanoa Hufanga, who thinks Lance and the Niners' other offensive stars have been a lot to handle.
Able to know, recognize which quarterback you're going against, and you got to get a little bit more depth back there for sure. So for us, we just got to go out there and continue to work. We're getting a great look against from our guys, especially Debo and B.A. You can see how they're working at a high level right now, and especially Kittle, the way he's all over the place, whether he's run blocking, whether he's pass catching, he can do it all.
Veteran quarterback and safety Dante Johnson sees Trey Lance is bringing a whole new wrinkle to the squad.
I mean, it's tremendous. I mean, we've seen it, playing Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray in the past. I mean, just to add that dimension to our team is definitely going to be, crucial. It, allows the offense to extend drives. You just can't account for that, on the defensive side, and sometimes it's hard to try to account for that, and you got to be soft in other areas. So I think it's just another aspect that Trey brings to this team that's going to be tremendous, and it's going to help us and to help extend drives and everything.
Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan says the plan is for Trey Lance to play tonight and in the team's third preseason game, as the team will have a packed preseason schedule with 3 games in the span of 12 days. That'll start tonight, taking on the Packers at 5:30. From the sports desk, Joe Hughes, KCBS.
Everyone knows how beneficial therapy can be, but traditional therapy can be overwhelming, confusing, and inconvenient. When scheduling in-person therapy, it can be difficult to find the right therapist near you, and it can take weeks to get on their calendar. We knew there had to be a better way, and that's where BetterHelp began. I'm Danny, co-founder of BetterHelp Online Therapy. When Alana and I started BetterHelp in 2013, our mission was simple: find a way to make professional therapy accessible, affordable, and convenient for everyone. BetterHelp works around your schedule and lifestyle. You can connect to a therapist by phone, video call, or even text message. You don't even have to turn on your camera if you don't feel comfortable. And if your therapist isn't the right fit, you can switch anytime with the click of a button, because BetterHelp is designed with you in mind. See why over 2 million members have trusted BetterHelp for online therapy. Go to betterhelp.com/healthieryou and get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/healthieryou for 10% off your first month.
Have weekend plans? Take us along for the ride.
Finishing touches being put on the festival. 120,000 people are expected this weekend.
Day, night, and weekend. We keep you up to date on the news, traffic, and weather.
Founder is not nervous.
We're just hanging out. We're hanging out. These are final preparations for the weekend.
It's one more reason why we're the Bay Area's #1 news station.
On the Polo Grounds in Golden Gate Park, Jim Taylor, KCBS.
All news, all the time, right here on KCBS.
Whether it's the news, the traffic, the weather, or your COVID-19 vaccinations, it's important to stay up to date. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
KCBS News Time 10:18, traffic and weather together. Let's start in Gilroy. Here is Victor.
Still looking at slow traffic on 101 southbound due to some earlier road work, and it looks like that has picked up already, and it looks like traffic is starting to recover, but you still have slow traffic on 101 southbound just as you approach Monterey Road. By the time you get to Highway 25, it looks like it starts to pick up, so things are looking really good as you head through San Benito County into San Juan Bautista. As far as northbound, that is clearing out the speed limit through Gilroy, San Martin, Morgan Hill, and all the way into San Jose. Speaking of San Jose, still looking at a little bit of brake tapping on Highway 87 in the northbound direction. Just after Kirtner Avenue, there was an earlier crash. Everything has been clear, but still a little slow. By the time you reach 280, you'll be clearing out the speed limit. And speaking of 280 in the northbound direction, approaching the 17-880 interchange, you'll be off and on the brakes between just before you get to Saratoga Avenue. There is some tree work going on with Caltrans till 2 o'clock between Saratoga Avenue and Lawrence Expressway, so that's the reason why you're slow in that stretch there. Your next traffic update at 10:28 on the traffic leader at KCBS.
Hey, good morning. Meteorologist Jessica Birch here. It's a beautiful day for us today as we extend into our afternoon forecast. We're only getting up into the low 80s in the Santa Clara Valley, low 70s near Oakland, and mid to upper 60s all throughout the peninsula. Closer to San Francisco, we're getting up to 68 today. We'll see 70s in the forecast from here on out there. But where we're really cranking up that heat is off in our microclimates closer to the inland East Bay and the North Bay. Let's talk about the numbers there. So today we're getting into the upper 80s, lower 90s. We quickly turn into the upper 90s as early as next Monday and Tuesday, and that'll stick around for the beginning portions of next work week as high pressure just stays very dominant, giving us a lot of sunshine in the forecast too. So long story short, we're heating up as we head into next work week, but we'll keep you updated on that here in the Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Jessica Birch with your KCBS KPIX 5 First Alert forecast.
KCBS News Time 10:20. Well, you've probably seen it in the Olympics. Someone in a deep lunge sliding a huge stone across the ice wall. Others furiously sweep in front of it. KCBS's Megan Goldsby reports there's a great way to try curling for yourself in the East Bay. And you guys, it is so fun.
Oh, it's hurting! You're a natural.
You said that into the microphone, right?
You're a natural.
Adriana Camarena is a board member of the San Francisco Bay Area Curling Club who plays for Mexico's national team.
And when you're on the ice, at least for me, it's like a meditation. There's 2 hours in which I think of nothing but the roar of the stones over the ice, the calls, the teamwork, and just making that shot.
And it is something that this large new curling center, the only one of its size in all of Northern California, which only opened in the spring, is hoping to bring to a whole new audience, says club president Kate Garfinkel.
Really, people of all ages and all abilities can do it. We are ADA accessible. We hope to have a wheelchair curling league in the future.
And there can be a lack of diversity in America's curling team, says Camarena, but not here. They're working to bring in people who live in their new East Oakland neighborhood and putting messages in the ice in the form of decorative houses, which are like the bullseye.
We're going to check out our intersectional rainbow houses and our Black Lives Matter house. We have a land acknowledgement on our ice that says this is a lonely land. It's a really amazing sport. I mean, there's strategy involved, there's physical fitness involved, there's teamwork involved.
All right, good curling, opponent. Good curling.
In Oakland, Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
Placer County is trying something new to open up more housing for locals. The pilot program, launched in North Lake Tahoe on the 1st of this month, pays homeowners up to $24,000 to rent to long-term residents. The goal of the program is to get people into homes that are sitting vacant and relieve pressure on local workers who don't have places to live they can afford on the wages they make. A 2021 Mountain Housing Council study finds 65% of single-family homes in North Lake Tahoe are second homes and short-term rentals. At the same time, up to 300 households working in the Tahoe region are looking for housing. Well, travelers reeling from sky-high prices got some good news this week. The government's latest inflation report showed prices coming down for used cars and trucks, apparel, and especially airline tickets. CBS News correspondent Chris Van Cleve.
Airline fares dropped about 8% in July. Could be another sign that the worst of inflation is behind us. This came as airlines got a break from soaring fuel costs and they saw that peak summer demand edge off a little bit. Bottom line, this could mean a deal for you if you're trying to squeeze in one more trip. How does San Diego sound? On average, now trending about $230 cheaper than its peak in May. Hawaii down $154. Even flights to as far away as Prague could cost you about $300 less. And according to the travel site Hopper, round-trip domestic tickets for September and October are down roughly 37% from May. But Hopper expects airfares to start to climb by the second week in October as people book for the holidays. So best bets for finding a deal, book early and be flexible with your dates and times. Even think about nearby surrounding airports. Sometimes you can save hundreds just by flying out of a different airport.
And that's CBS News correspondent Chris Van Cleve. We're on to the Money Watch with Tom Busby.
Peloton, you remember that name? Huge sales during the pandemic-era lockdowns. Now, though, sales have plunged and it's struggling, so it's really shaking things up. It's cutting nearly 800 jobs, raising prices for those exercise bikes and treadmills. It's closing many of its stores, outsourcing delivery and customer. Things are really changing. Now, shares of Peloton tumbled 90% in the past year. Right now, they're up 10%. That's good news. Elsewhere on Wall Street, it's looking good today. The Dow's up 279 points. The Nasdaq up 183. That's 1.5% higher. The S&P up 46. Warby Parker is cutting jobs too, about 63 of them after lowering its sales outlook for the year. A lot of people spending less money right now on new glasses. And you didn't ask for it, Liz. You may not want it, but there are 2 new flavors of Doritos coming to stores. You ready? Ketchup, apparently a big seller in Canada, and mustard-flavored Doritos. I'm Tom Busby, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
Hey, I got a question. Do you hate bending over to put on your shoes? Wish you could just put them on standing or sitting without ever having to touch them? If so, then I have the shoe for you. Introducing new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you don't need to touch to put on, and it's only from Skechers, the comfort technology company. With new Skechers Slip-ins, you just step in and off you go. You don't even need to lace up. And these are not your standard slip-on shoes. This is the next level of slip-in technology, so it's even easier. How do Skechers Slip-ins work? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide right into place. And it also keeps your feet secure in heavenly comfort, which means they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers, and you can even put them on with your hands full. What are you, rushing out the door with your kids? No problem. Just step in them and go. Look, we all hate bending over and struggling to put on our dirty, old, germy shoes, but now, just get Skechers Slip-ins and never touch your shoes again. Find new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 9/21/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and autopay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
KCBS News on 1028. Traffic and weather together.
Victor's in your local Honda dealer's traffic center, Mountain View crash first up.
And already causing a bit of a slowdown. This is on 101 northbound, just after Moffett Boulevard. That's where you're going to see the brake lights. Now, the crash is being reported just past a ring store.